What about the lighting?
You gotta go live right there.
I know. What about the lighting here?
It's kind of terrible. I don't know if we can fix it.
Really? No. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
All right, so we live. Oh, you don't look too bad. We right here.
Okay.
It'll do.
I think it would.
We'll get it better next time. That's all we do.
Yeah. You got one person.
That's all that matters. Listen,
It's a
if it's
start.
just one person, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's a start.
That's
I'm with it.
as long as I can touch one person today. That's all
That's
I
all
care
that
about.
matters. That is a fact.
Even if that person is me.
Okay. I mean, if that word works for you, then that word works.
Yeah, you know.
So you want to get the intro?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Go ahead, give it the intro.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to PS Social. Even though you're not here, I am here, and so ultimately you're here with me virtually, right? And you know, we have a very eventful week coming up. We got Tech Tuesdays coming up. Well, first and foremost, for those of you who don't know, I'm Jack the God. We've got the man of the hour right here. He goes by multiple names, right? That's what they say, I guess. We got Sharif Nash, right?
It's the one and only one, never be duplicated. Mr. Pressure.
For sure, for sure. And we just wanted to come on here and have a conversation with you all because there's a lot of things going on, you know, physically here in the building and just in the world.
I can definitely say that. And also just wanted to start with this is something that we have put on our content calendar. I want to say like since the top of the year, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we said it from the top of the year, but we actually put it on a calendar maybe about a month and a half ago. And the reason why I'm being so open with that is because being in the space of social media, content creation, influencer management, and actually working on brands and building a bridge between content creators, influencers, and small businesses, I want to tell you how much it takes to do so, just to navigate through so many social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Shorts, um, LinkedIn. I mean, just those, just to name, in just a short matter of time. I mean, just think about how much time it takes just to post on so many different platforms and also show the platform that you actually using all of its tools. It's very time consuming, and for small businesses, we find that it is very exhausting. And some people, they don't even know how to navigate through social media. And this is one of the biggest reasons why we have so many different initiatives that is taking place. For example, what Jack was saying, we just visited Miami
Miami
NFT
NFT week, yeah.
Listen, Jack was like a kid in the candy store. It was all about Jack. It was all about her day. I mean, she running around, she taking photos, grabbing people, rim. What is it? They cell phone lights. Yeah,
Oh,
she getting all the new toys. Looking at the launches of different NFTs. They got different NFT display cases. They had the NFT vending machine.
Yo, that was dope.
Yeah, that was super dope.
Yeah. I mean, although it had a little bit of flaws, it's just like we're still so early in the age of tech that some of the stuff is so cool. Like you're talking about contactless vending machine.
Yeah.
And now you can purchase everything from your phone using a QR code in Apple Pay or Google Pay or PayPal. Like that is wild.
That's definitely wild. And just like Timbaland said, because Timbaland spoke, and you'll think that, okay, yeah, so Timbaland, why is he getting into NFT? Why is he getting into the Web3 space? Why is he getting into technology? One of the most iconic things that he said was, we are just in the beginning stages. Mm-hmm. So it's like a level playing for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a level playing for everyone and anyone to get into this space. And what I would also say is you can't follow the media. Like the media saying, oh, NFT are dead, or crypto is dead, or I think it all depends on what you make out of it. And because it's so new and the old guard want to make sure that they keep a hold on it. And before it gets too big, it's like, no, we got to make sure that we control it and we get the most out of it before we go ahead and stamp it and say that it's official.
Like, look what they did with Bitcoin.
Right.
How many times did they say that digital currency wasn't going to be a thing, that it would never work out? And now, if you missed out on Bitcoin used to be $5. Like,
yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of people saying that would never be nothing, that the world couldn't be that way. But what they don't realize is it's already happened. It's already that way. There's things that we don't even know about going on technology wise.
In addition to that, no matter what, anything new is going to have its issues. Anything new is going to go through ups, is going to go down.
For sure.
As I always say, you gotta go through it to grow through it.
Yeah. It's like I seen one of your posts and somebody commented something about like truck drivers aren't aren't replaceable, and you mentioned that they have self-driving trucks, and this is a very valid point, because even though there are trials that it's going to go through and there might be mishaps, real people get into accidents, real people get lost.
Yeah.
Once they perfect this technology, which again, we're only in the beginning stages, you're talking about 3 to 5 to 10 years from now. This is a whole nother world where these people aren't going to have jobs. I mean, 3 to 5 to 10 years from now, if you don't plan on being dead in those years, you got something that you might want to look into or might want to be worried about.
And then somebody actually said, it's certain jobs, or they're not going to come for trade workers, or they're not going to come for truck drivers, or they're not going to. Okay, so it's certain things. We're not saying that AI is going to take over the whole entire world and everyone will be jobless. We're not saying that. What we're saying is the world is changing. The way that we operate is changing. The finance world is changing. Business is changing. So you might be on your job and you might be working next to a robot. Or the person that you used to work with, or the 10 people that you used to work with, or 20 people that you used to work with are no longer there because AI came along and took their job, right? I just read an article today that all of the U.S. offices of, guess what? McDonald's will be shutting down.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're coming in and it's going to be a major layoff. McDonald's. First and foremost, people feel like McDonald's is in the business of burgers, fries, and McFlurries.
Yeah.
McDonald's is in the business of real estate.
Thanks.
On every major corner, majority of the time, you see a McDonald's. Anything that's major when it comes down to real estate, you're going to find a McDonald's.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, I remember talking about this a couple of months back. You can ride past McDonald's and they say, signing bonus, $300. I remember coming up as a teenager, like McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King, and the fast food spots was when teenagers went to go and get a job.
Yeah.
But now the teenagers don't want to work.
No, they all want to be influencers.
So now they have to pay kids to come in to get a job. So how long do you think an established franchise is going to wait around for people to come in to work?
They're not. No.
So now what's going to happen? Now you're going to go in, you're going to go ahead and make your order. Let me get a number one with a Coke, with fries, with an Oreo cookie, and then in the back, then what?
Or now you go to Checkers and you don't even got to do all that. You just talk it, and they got a robot that talks back to you.
What you doing at Checkers?
My nephew likes Checkers, so I be taking him to get stuff.
Yeah.
I actually don't eat there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you go through Checkers, and it's just like, I remember the first time I was like, oh shit, it's like a robot talking to me.
Right.
And it never messed up my order so far. So it's just like, we're really into unexpected times. I mean, I remember there was a time when people thought creatives, they were going to be the last ones to lose their job. Now I'm just looking at, well, what AI can I use to replace myself, and how can I manage different AIs? Because I'm not trying to be ignorant to the fact that there's AI that's going to be able to do what I do better than I do and faster than what I do. You just got to learn how to appreciate it and pivot.
Well, what they're saying is no matter what. That's like when we had ByteCon here,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the engineers from Microsoft. They said no matter what, AI still needs a coder, or it still needs someone to basically.
Somebody has to run it.
Yeah, somebody got to run it. No matter
Or
what.
they call it they call it an engineer. It's a.
That's your word. I'll let you stick to it.
It's a. I don't know, but I can't think of the word right now, but it's a specific type of engineer. And so, especially like now with AI, so what they're looking for is people who know how to talk to AI to make it do the things that you want to do. And all you're really doing is making specific requests, and these are jobs now.
Mm. I was reading another article today. I think it was on Insider, and there was a company that was or is developing a live robot, and they did a test. The test was you saw somebody was a human finger. They was going in and touching his nose, and the robot got upset and grabbed his hand. And I read the caption, and the caption was saying that the developers was actually concerned that it actually got annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like the forehead of the robot crinkled up, and then they did it one time, and before he grabbed his arm, he pulled back, then he went in again, and it showed that like the robot got upset.
Oh, wow. That's why
it's our robot for real. It's happening.
Yeah, I mean, just like we were created, I think that robots are just literally the next creation. I think sometimes people talk about evolution and things of that nature, like it's going to be like you see a half human, half something else. Yeah. Evolution isn't necessarily that. We've literally created robots, computers, all that out of nothing, and now they're just becoming lively by the year.
And then what happens when it just gets smarter?
Yeah.
Like ChatGPT. I mean, it happened. You went from ChatGPT 3 to ChatGPT 4 in like 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
And like, who says that is going to slow down? They just said that ChatGPT 4 was able to pass the bar.
Mm-hmm. Like, in multiple states.
Yeah. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So who's to say that you go get into a car accident and you go find you a young lawyer? You feel like, oh man, you young, you 22 years old. I just want to rock with you because you're young. You're like, oh yeah, you passed the bar. I'm like, yeah, of course. Come to find out, he passed the bar because of ChatGPT 4.
Yo, but not even that. But now you're talking about 10 years down the line. We go into the courtroom. We got robots that can make the decisions because everything is going to be by the rule because it's no emotions involved.
Yeah,
we've got these robots and ChatGPT making the calls. It's like I seen a post where there was this guy crying, hysterical. He's aiming towards getting his doctorates, and he said he was pissed off crying because ChatGPT figured out a disease that he was trying to figure out for months.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Like all of those months or years, because I saw something similar, down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
And now and of course, if you're aiming to find a cure for something, right? You want to be the first.
Yeah, of course.
Like you're fighting to be first. You're fighting to be the one to discover, that thing. But now comes along, ChatGPT discovers it first.
And the crazy part is some people are using ChatGPT to talk to other robots or create other conversations with other artificial intelligence. So now you got artificial intelligence talking to another artificial intelligence. So it's just robots programming robots.
So what's gonna happen like in between when you get like a WhatsApp group or Telegram group of robots just all talking to each other?
Yo. That's what we got right now with us, I guess.
Wow.
Except smarter.
I don't understand. I don't know if people understand how fast this is moving. That's why I talk about, post pandemic operations.
Mm-hmm.
That everything since then is moving so fast. Technology is no longer waiting for the end user. Technology is competing with technology.
Facts.
They're competing with their competitors. They're not waiting for the end user. No longer. It's not like, okay, you know what? We already know we got the self-driving car. We're gonna put that up in the garage. We're gonna wait 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
5 years before we bring it out. Now they're like, yo, drop it.
Yeah, it's
I
like
want to be first. Yo, drop it again.
I hear people talk about flying cars all the time, and I'm like, yo, there's a whole urban air mobility community, and that's actually the proper technical term for it. It's urban air mobility. This community has been around since before 2019.
That's
It's
right.
2023 now, so all they're doing right now is preparing the airway laws and just making sure like how can they do this legally, how can they make this happen in the safest way and introduce it to the world, calmly. But these things are already they exist, they're there, they're just waiting for the word and the allowance to be brought to us.
So, and you know about this because you actually come from the aviation industry.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So I come from the aviation industry, which is where I last time I had a job, and I still currently work with aviation companies. And one of the projects I worked on was setting up the urban air mobility shows. So a lot of the information I would find out before a lot of other people because I was mixed with creating the designs and different things, passing out. Creating the marketing materials to be passed out at these shows. So I was finding out a lot of these things beforehand, and it's just like mind blowing to this day to see the evolution of it. Back when I was working on this specific show, we're talking about like 2019, 2020. I remember that during those years, Uber was having conversations about their flying car, be like a helicopter flying car, self flying or whatever. And ultimately, they're working to make that into the next Uber stage, where now you're taking a helicopter from city to city or whatever. And I believe they have those some places that they're test trying. But it's they're trying to make it more local. So it's just again these things are already out. We have the self-driving cars. We're in South Florida right now. They have self-driving cars in Tampa. It's just like wherever the areas are legal, they have self-driving Ubers in Tampa. They have self-driving Ubers in California. So it's just.
I think a lot of it, what some people fail to realize too, is politics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So if you have someone lobbying for you, if they're paying off these lobbyists to get these different rules and laws and things done and pushed through. Whoever got the biggest bag,
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, whoever got the biggest bag.
For sure.
I feel like we live in more so in a lawless world right now, and probably more so in a lawless community, just basically like in the United States. Because like, what laws do a lot of people actually follow? Honestly,
I think the biggest law I can think of is like not murdering someone, but then you still have a percentage of the community that doesn't follow that.
Correct.
I think that would be the most followed rule that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, no one really wants to like sign up. I want to go, go behind a wall. But I blame, or I would say, not I blame. I would say that social media plays a major role because it's just a distraction. And even officers, they could be in a car, they patrol car on their phone. While things are taking place. I feel like the attitudes towards certain things are very lackadaisical. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, let it pass.
Yeah, nobody takes anything serious. Look at how they treated the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
They was taking out PPP loans, and now we're here.
You had a couple of people that made some come ups off of PPP.
Yeah.
But I know he was jumping around, but that is the type of conversation that we will be having and hosting. We have a lot of things that's coming down the pike. So tomorrow we have Tech Tuesday with
Tech Tuesdays,
Plain
Miami.
Sight. Yeah, Plain Sight. We have Venture Miami.
We got Venture Miami, Plain
Sight, and then Tech Knowledge with Ted Lucas. So it's super dope.
For sure.
It's gonna be exciting. And what Tech Tuesday Miami does or will be doing is providing a platform for so many different tech companies. You will be able to have a fireside chat, a one-on-one mentorship. You'll be able to pitch to venture capitalists. You will be able to utilize the podcast room, host your meetings, have activations, have events, and this is all complimentary. And we will be hosting it right here, bam, at PS Social. So right now we are upstairs in the executive office. This is our very first show up here in the executive office. We figured like, hey, you know what? We getting ready for tomorrow, so why even go downstairs in the podcast room? We might as well just go ahead and do the show right here, real time, so we can go ahead and bring the information right here from the Eagle's Nest.
Yeah, exactly. Where we get all the work done.
Yeah, we get everything done. We be locked in right here. And as you can see, or you don't see, but it is actually 12:05, and we knew that we had to at least hop on live. So this was not planned. This was like, hey, listen, let's take a little quick 15, 20-minute break and talk about Tech Tuesday, because for us, Monday is a peek behind the scenes of the Promise Status conglomerate and everything that takes place behind it, who's involved with it. So we'll be having our lives on Mondays. We will be bringing in a couple of guests on Mondays. Then we have maybe about 6 or 7 different podcasts that's coming up that we are actually producing that'll be hosted by our channel as well as PS Social. We have some brands that we will be talking about, endorsing, and producing content for, and a couple of clients that we're working with currently that we would like to amplify, as well as bring in some additional clients that's interested in content creation, podcasts, full production, and we do have a unlimited content production initiative that we are rolling out. That was super dope on Thursday. What you thought about that?
Yeah, that was a great production. We had everybody come in here, multiple businesses. So we actually got to shoot all businesses. We had clothes, we had a makeup artist. I know there were shoes, accessories. There's just so much going on, and they made one beautiful production piece that all seamlessly went together. A lot of great energy, a lot of just really professional content that was being able to be produced for these small businesses. Yeah, that was really cool. It went well.
Yeah, I'm glad you came up with it. Yeah, I'm glad you did. Looking forward to it, you know. But we just, you know, just like we said early on, we just find that it is very difficult for small businesses, newly created businesses, as well as existing businesses to create content. It's difficult. It's time consuming. You know, you do not have a back office that's going to be creating your content or assisting you in marketing, advertising, spreading your content across so many different digital content creating platforms. So this is what we bring to the table.
For sure.
You know, we sit down in our consultations, an hour, hour and a half, and we just sit down and we allow these entrepreneurs just to brain dump. Right? Mm-hmm. And now we have to formulate a plan to see exactly how can we amplify, monetize, and create a digital presence for them. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to our unlimited content initiative that's going to assist small and existing businesses and how can they show up on social media in addition to assisting content creators. And that's exactly what PS Social is. You know, assisting content creators and how exactly do they monetize their following as well as become sustainable.
Yeah, like actually understand how to make it work, make it make sense, and to be a business person.
Yeah.
A lot of these content creators, a lot of them haven't really came from regular jobs where they were doing this in a 9 to 5 type of way, so they don't even know how the operations work. They don't have anything to follow. They're just going off of their passion and what they feel, and sometimes that's not necessarily what's going to make you money. So I think it's great that we're able to guide them, connect them with brands, and make shit make sense.
Yeah, absolute facts. Because you cannot make decisions in your feelings.
Definitely not.
Because if you do, you're gonna get caught back there.
Listen, it's gonna be a sad day for you every day.
It's definitely gonna be a sad day.
That's not how business operates.
Yeah, it's not. You have to do it in the best interest of your clients and in the best interest of yourself, and overall the best interest of the goal.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get it twisted by saying, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I work for yourself." No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not work for yourself. 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 Just have to make sure that they understood that you do not work for yourself. You actually work for the client.
Yeah, because what happens when they fire you?
Or and it go both ways. I remember multiple times I have definitely fired my client.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I definitely fired my client. You know what? I don't think this is working out. I don't think this is a great fit. Maybe it's not the right time for me to deal with you. I like to take ownership. I like to blame myself. Like, you know what? I think it's me. It's never you, right? I'll take ownership. Like, yeah, it's just not the right time for us. It's easier that way. Because I don't want to get into no.
Definitely not. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
You got to keep the business pushing.
Yeah, but as an entrepreneur, you actually work for the client. It's always the best interest of the goal and delivering what you supposed to deliver. And no matter what, it's never a loss. It's a lesson because you had to learn something. If something happened between you and the client doesn't work out, then I always like to go back to the client and say, hey, listen, even if we don't do business, is it something that you can tell me that could have been done better? I think that's super dope.
If
you can get that out of a client, that's money in the bank.
Yeah, and if you're willing to take the advice, if you're willing to grow,
agreed,
then it's inevitable that you're gonna reach success.
Yeah.
But if you just stay there and you don't want to hear nobody's opinion, you just think you're rocking shit, then you're gonna be stuck.
Yeah, stuck in your own thoughts of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we just wanted to hop on here really quick. So we have IG over here. We got IG right there. We got YouTube over here.
Live.
And we're just all mixing it up, but we just wanted to hop in on this phenomenal Monday. I always say that Monday is the best day of the week because it's not made for the week. Play on words at all times. So I would just like to say welcome to PS Social. Welcome to our live that we will be hosting regularly on Mondays, just to give you guys a recap of the weekend as well as what you can expect from us moving into the new week. And we're excited. And if you are in Miami or in greater Miami area, tomorrow come through. It's Tech Tuesday Miami. We are hosting this event. It's complimentary, free everything from 7 to 10 for tomorrow, and then every other Tuesday, every Tuesday following, you can come to PS Social starting at 9:00. It's over at 10 p.m. and we have nothing but Jews that you can come in and you can learn about technology. And no, if you are just enthused about technology, it's fine. If you don't know absolutely nothing about technology, I still want you to come, and I really want you to come because that's where we stand very strong and very firm and said, if we cannot teach about technology 101, or one of the best and most successful books ever is For Dummies, right? How to Build a Garage for Dummies, How to Fix Your Carburetor for Dummies. It's one of the most successful books ever because everyone wants to learn in the most simplest form. Everyone wants it to be explained from the simplest form. So if you are in Miami, you're interested in tech, you want to get into tech, you want to learn coding, you want to learn about crypto, you want to learn about NFTs, you want to learn about blockchain, you want to learn about anything when it comes down to digital content creation, digital art, digital marketing, just education overall when it comes down to tech. We even have a guest, Lena Zuniga. We have some musical artists. We have Wyclef that's coming up that he'll be coming in talking about scoring. So we're very excited. I mean, we just have a plethora of knowledge that's coming, and it will be explained in the most simplest form. That was a long little
Yeah,
rant.
and don't forget, tomorrow if you come out, we're actually gonna have free headshots,
Yes,
free professional headshots. So that's a plus.
definitely a
You
plus.
can't get that everywhere.
No, you can't. Yeah, and it's no excuses too. Oh, we even got valet parking for y'all.
Yeah, we got valet parking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So nobody can say like, hey, it wasn't nowhere to park or I couldn't get there. But we're very excited about Tech Tuesday and all of the Tuesdays following. Very big shout out to James Chapman, who leads the way over there at Plain Sight. It was his vision. He brought it through the doors. He made it happen. He has so many powerful tech companies that's coming in. From the county to the city to BPN, Ted Lucas. There's some other outfits that's coming on board, and it's very interesting. So we want you guys in the building. So if you spent any time with us on this live, greatly appreciate it. Again, this will be taking place on Mondays, and that's all I got.
Yeah,
Bam.
for sure. Let's go.
Yeah.